So this story, A&M had the incredible 9-run inning late in the game, trailing 8-4, and against Oregon. They had won game one of the best of three on the try to get to Omaha, which they're going to be there because they scored 9 runs. Oregon's pitching fell apart. There was a grand slam from Jeff Kent's son, the former Major League Baseball player, and yet there was a story behind that I had somebody share with me. Olin Buchanan, who's been on our show, writes for Texags, unwritten rules staying on the commode during a 41-minute commotion. Rob Escobar, lifelong Texas A&M fan, joins us on 365 Sports. Rob, how much has your life changed since this story has been told?
Well, I haven't. I was surprised when y'all asked me to be here, and that's pretty much the biggest thing that's happened in my life in a while.
Well, we're glad you're with us. So let's set the story up. A&M, they fell behind in game one, came back and won. They fell behind again. It's in between innings. Can you try to share the story with our audience about what happened next?
Okay, we were getting frustrated with the game, and then I had to go to the bathroom real bad. So I went and was doing my thing, and my son and I were texting back and forth because he's in Brandon, Mississippi. So when I was there, he started texting me, "Hey, they walked the guy." And then they walked another guy. He says, "Don't leave the bathroom." So I stayed, and so he kept texting me. Okay, the next guy walked. The guy got hit. Yada yada, and that wound up turning into 41 minutes. Pretty much, that's in a nutshell what happened.
So, did you just stay the same way that you were, or did you just stay in the bathroom? Did you literally?
No, I stayed on the seat. We always change seats. Like if the Aggies are doing bad, we'll change seats. So I was in a seat. So my son was saying, do not move, stay there. There, the walks are coming, hit player,
So nothing changed other than, so it was the same. So I'm trying to be,
I know. I'm trying not to be too graphic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just so.
That would be nice, Rob.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. That clears it up for me.
So you're sitting on the toilet for 41 minutes, and probably several of those minutes had nothing to do with why most people would sit on the toilet, right? To do number one or number two. How did you have is your butt sore that night or the next day?
My sciatica acted up, that's for sure.
Yeah. Is this the ultimate giving it up for your favorite team as a fan? And how do you explain you just said, okay, I'm going to sit here for 41 minutes?
Well, we've always done that as a family. Like we'll have barbecues and things. And if the Aggies are doing bad in baseball, football, pretty much any sport that's on radio or TV, and somebody goes to the kitchen to don't come back out. We'll be on the deck. Don't come out. They're doing good. And that's how we do that every time.
Do you have, outside of this, do you have any statistics on how well it works?
Ooh, that's a good question. Probably, I'd say maybe 50-50, possibly around there.
All right. Well, look, it's worth it.
I bet the last couple of football seasons have been hell on you.
Oh, man. Musical chairs.
Yeah.
Musical chairs.
Well, a lot of time in the bathroom, too, I'm sure. You get queasy watching the same offense.
I'm serious. They need to put something at the baseball stadium, Olsen Field, right?
Yeah.
They need to have, is it Bluebell Park, too?
Bluebell Park.
They need to put some kind of statue of a commode somewhere.
Oh my God!
I mean, have something that is a plaque that's attached to it. I mean, I think you earned that, Rob.
If they win,
it needs a cushion, though. It needs a cushion because they got a little rough there for a little while.
I'm sure it did.
All right, I got to ask you this. And then Rob, by the way, appreciate you even being a part of the show. It's a great story. But
I appreciate you asking.
Can you try to give us in any way the longest you have ever been on the toilet prior to Sunday night?
If I was sick or something.
Yeah.
But it wasn't 41 minutes, though,
Yeah,
right?
No.
No, sir. I don't time my time. I don't time it when I go there, so I couldn't give you a good answer.
Yeah, no one brings a stopwatch into the bathroom.
There you go.
All right, let's discuss first of all, funny story. I'm glad that Olin shared that with a lot of people on TexAgs.com.
I'm just glad this didn't happen with the LSU football game a few years ago.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
I'm guessing there were a lot of seat switches in that game.
I'm sorry?
In that game, the 7 overtime game, you guys probably moved around the living room and the deck and outside and inside quite a bit.
I don't even remember. It was crazy. I don't even remember.
So
I don't recall. It was.
Yeah. Let's talk about the game. You and A&M baseball. I know they had the injury, Montgomery, but Kent, of course, is the one that helped. I think he struck out the first time he was up. But later in the game, came up with a monstrous grand slam. This baseball team's been ranked 1, been in the top 5 most of the year. Schlossnagel's done a great job coming in from TCU, which is what he was hired to do and paid to do. What are your thoughts just about this team and what kind of run they've made to get to Omaha?
Well, they start off hot. Well, I mean, they lost to Florida the first series as far as in conference games, but they won all their home games that were not SEC games. So I watch them a lot on TV, and I don't know, they just have something about them that clicks, and they've been doing everything pretty much the way we hoped, and we were shooting for College World Series, and we're here. So I just hope that I don't have to stay in there that long. We'll see. What the worst problem was, I didn't get to see any of it live.
Oh.
That was the hardest part.
Did you go back and watch highlights?
Yeah, but it's not the same,
No.
Watching it, while it's actually happening.
Oh, especially the painful part of the fact that you had walks.
Oh, my.
4 walks and a hit by pitch.
Yeah.
So if it would have just been like a single, a couple of pitches into each one of those at-bats, but I don't know how many pitches were thrown that inning, but it had to be just 3 or 4 dozen of them.
Yeah, plus they changed pitchers too.
So how many people know your story?
I have just my family, just nobody, just my son and I, Eric. Eric was the one, my youngest son is the one that made me stay there.
How did Olin Buchanan find out about your story?
I called him, and I left a message for him to call me, and I couldn't say it on TexAgs on the radio station because it was too long a story. So I thought I'd tell him, but I didn't know he was going to do this. I had no idea.
You didn't know he was going to write about what happened?
Not till the end.
Oh, okay.
Not till the end. And then he goes, he's going to ask Lucci if he could, post it. And I guess he did because it was posted.
Yeah, no.
But I had no idea.
No, it's posted. It's out there. It's up there, and now we'll put this segment up too. And we have a pretty nice, substantial audience coast to coast. So I think that's going to be learned even more. Greg?
Hey, Rob, I was reading Olin's story and reading about some of the health issues you've been dealing with, and hopefully you're doing really well. Just part of life I know and understand. But I mean, that combined with your love for Texas A&M, I know like if you're not an Aggie, you don't really understand it, but I know just having lived in the state of Texas, the heartbreaks and triumphs and things like that for A&M, but that there's, part that sometimes just feels like it's missing, like not being able to get over that hump. They've won national titles in track and women's basketball. What would a national championship in a sport like baseball mean, you think, for yourself, other Aggie fans out there? Just how monumental would that be? And I know they got a long way to go there, but just they're in Omaha, they got a shot at it. How would you describe just kind of the anticipation and what all that could mean for Texas A&M?
It would be great. It would be awesome for them to win it. I know I would be really, really, because I've been waiting for a while for them to win it. And that's probably the most frustrating part is waiting, for them to get there to win it. I can't remember if they ever won it or not. I'm not certain.
You're talking about baseball?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, baseball.
I don't have the history in front of me, but I don't believe so. And I know A&M fans will let us know if we're wrong. But, you know, they've tempted you, though, haven't they?
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir, they have.
Where will you be?
Depends.
Where will you be when they play their first round? It's a bracket. I know it's kind of in pod. Where will you be when they play this weekend? What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be at my nephew's house. We usually barbecue or, you know, have some kind of food. And I'll be there watching the game with my brothers and my nephews.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you don't have to go into the restroom for that long, because that means they're losing, right?
Come on.
Oh, my God. Hey.
We might have to go to the store to get a cushion.
Yeah, no, go do anything but that. Don't go in there, because you never know. Because they, hopefully for them, and if you're an A&M fan, you hope that they are not having to come from 8-4 down. But that was game 2. They still would have played Monday had they not come back. But they are explosive, no doubt. Pitching staff's pretty deep, too. Thanks for your time, Rob. Congratulations on the trophy or the memorial or the statue, whatever it might be, at Olsen Field, Bluebell Park. It's funny. We got people in the chat room that watch us when we're doing the show that are like, you know, like it's a typical A&M fan to like resort to that, like that's going to make a difference. It worked.
Traditions matter at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, for sure,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Rob, thank you, buddy. Appreciate your time.
All right.
What a story. Good luck going into the weekend. Also for the next few days in Omaha.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Rob Escobar. 41 minutes, boys.